Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have a whole ton of callers that are on hold, so we'll get to them in just a minute. But just a little update from my family. Many of you have emailed back and forth with my assistant, Rachel Ryan, who is my niece-in-law. Is that a word? Or did I just make it up? I may have made it up. And Rachel just texted me before I came in and came on air to let me know that she's gone into labor and she's been admitted to the hospital. This will be her fourth child. So she kind of knows what she's doing here, hopefully. But just please remember her in your prayers to hopefully she'll have a smooth and easy labor, as easy as it can be. And also, she's going to need your prayers when she gets home. Let's hope she gets some sleep with all those babies at home, all those little kids at home. So, Rachel, hopefully I'll have a picture to post on my social media tomorrow of new baby Ryan. His first name they're keeping top secret, but his last name's Ryan because my nephew is his dad. And so I keep calling him baby Ryan. So please remember Rachel in your prayers. Okay, let's go to the phones and see who's called in and see what questions they have for us. All right, let's go to Miss Jenny next. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, I wanted to get off the speaker. Hi.
Oh, good. Good.
So I'm calling from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
And I'm actually, I have a question about my partner.
Yeah.
So his name is John Diven, but he goes by JD. And he knows that I'm asking about his condition.
Okay.
So he has had chronic colitis for 3 years, and he has done everything. Like he did the celery juice, thing. He did smoothies and supplements and regular medical approach. And he's seen alternative doctors and medical doctors, had colonoscopy. And then finally, the latest is to say that he has collagenous colitis. And otherwise, he's a pretty healthy, fit person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll get him on my radar. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to connect to you and from you to JD. Here we go. Here I come from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you in Virginia. All right, got you. Got him. Shooting energy from his feet up through the top of his head. His colon looks inflamed. It looks raw. Actually, my guess is he probably has pain with it from what I'm seeing. So I'm getting that calmed down. What I would do, Jenny, is get him that gut biome test. If you email me, julie@askjulieryan.com, have you heard me talk about it on my other shows?
Just sort of in passing.
Okay. What it does is it tests the RNA of the critters in our gut. And our gut is where our immune system is based. And it has trillions of, I call them critters, and it's bacteria and viruses and stuff like that. And when it's out of whack from medicine and all kinds of other things, mold exposure, things like that, it can get out of whack and the ecosystem gets unstable. So let's do the JD test. And if he does this gut biome test, it's a fancy word for a poop test, basically. And he can do it at home. He doesn't need a doctor's orders. But food is the best medicine to heal him. And this is going to tell him what his superfoods are. So it'll say, based on the ecosystem in his gut, eat this, avoid this. Some of the foods that he may be told to avoid may be foods that he thinks are healthy, and they are, but they're just not healthy for him right now. And then it'll say, eat this, eat that, that kind of thing. Comes with a phone app. It's pretty cool because when you're in the store and you're thinking, oh, I'm kind of feeling like whatever, then you'll have it on your phone. I would do that. In the meantime, what I've done is I've applied some anti-inflammatory energy, and I've also applied this energetic cream, Jenny, that looks like thick white face cream, and it has anti-inflammatory and also properties, and also it has properties to heal tender tissues. So hopefully that'll help him feel better. I would do that test in a heartbeat. Let's find out what his best foods are.
Okay, I want to make sure I understand it. So I write to you, I send you an email, and I ask
Julie,
for the gut bio.
Yep, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. Anybody listening, if you want the link, email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, and I'll send it to you. And it's for a little bit of a discount. So you will get that, and then I would get that ordered and get him to do it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tell him I hope he feels better.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
Evening.
Take care. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. Who's next is break. There's my music. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go back to the phones. We're blowing through them tonight, so this is good, everybody. So you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to just go through a few little housekeeping things here. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-775-7035, and the access code is 483-620#. This information is available on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and in the show notes. You can download the show anywhere you get your podcasts, and we're also on YouTube and Alexa. So please remember to subscribe and leave a review. And you can do that at ratethispodcast.com/Julie. Again, ratethispodcast.com/Julie. And when you do, you will be entered into a drawing for a free 1-hour session with me, valued at a couple $100. So it's worth leaving a review. All right. Call-in details can also be found on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan for my social media. A reminder to call-ins posted the day of the show. We always put up, here are the numbers. Give us a call if you got a question. So we're making it easy for you. And while you're on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. And that's a question somebody has submitted online along with my answer. And we'll put the call-in information in the body of the email for that too. While you're on my website, you can also schedule an appointment with me. And here's the trick. Go ahead and get on my calendar. I'm scheduled out a couple months, I think 2 or 3 sometimes, and get on my calendar, and then you'll get a confirmation email. And on that email at the bottom, it'll have a little button that says reschedule. When you think about it, click on the reschedule button, and you'll be shown if anybody is rescheduled and earlier dates open up. People reschedule all the time. So go ahead and get on my calendar. That's the key. Let's see what else. Everything you need to know is at AskJulieRyan.com. So just go there and or Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook and Twitter. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. Okay, here's this week's question. It came from Mel, and Mel lives in Colfax, California. And she said, "Hi, Julie. First off, thank you for all your amazing words of wisdom. I'm so grateful you've come into my life. My question is, what happens when spirit wants to incarnate back into the human form on earth? Since the spirits of our loved ones are there at the time of our death to welcome and help us transition to heaven, can a spirit be in heaven and earth at the same time? Or will we not see them when we die because they've chosen to incarnate into another human life? Is it our destiny to always continue to incarnate? Thanks and many blessings and hugs to you, Mel." And here's my response. Hi, Mel. What a great question. It's my understanding and belief that we all decide where, when, to whom, and the circumstances into which we're born. That's so our lives are on a trajectory to explore and experience what it is our spirit wanted to explore in this lifetime. Regarding your question about how our deceased loved ones can be present when we're dying, even if they've reincarnated, it's also my understanding and belief that spirits can be many places at the same time. The Bible says God is spirit, and that's John chapter 4, verse 24, and let us make man in our image and in our likeness. And that's Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Have you guys ever heard me quote Bible verses before? I don't very often, but it pertained here. So I went on to say, although many people interpret these verses to mean God looks like a human, and I always laugh and say, most people think God looks like Father Time or Dumbledore from the Harry Potter movies or Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings movies with a long white hair and beard and a white gown sitting on a throne someplace on a cloud up in the sky. I went on to say, I believe they mean we humans are like God in spirit form. Therefore, if God can be everywhere at the same time and we're made in his image and likeness, it's feasible our spirits can also be everywhere at the same time, even in multiple lifetimes. Hard for us to wrap our human heads around because we don't have any frame of reference for that, but that's the information that I get, and that's what I believe. As for destiny, our spirits incarnate to experience and explore what it's like to be human as many times as we want. It's always our spirit's choice. Hope my understanding of these topics helps clarify things for you. For more information, please read or listen to my book, and Angelic Attendance, What Really Happens as We Transition from This Life into the Next. And then I closed with, one thing I know for sure is, well, I'll find out the answers to your questions when we die and transition back into spirit form. So thanks so much, Mel, for sending those questions. And I thought they were great questions. I mean, like I said, it motivated me to start quoting Bible verses. Tim read my blog last night when I posted it. He was laughing, Tim, my husband, and he said, I don't think I've ever heard you quote Bible verses before. I said, well, it was appropriate. So there you go. Thanks, Mel, for submitting that question. Okay, let's go back to the phones. And our next caller is Angelica. Hi, Angelica. Speaking of Bible verses and angels and stuff like that.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Fabulous. Can't wait to talk to you. I'm in Capitola, California.
Capitola, yes. Well, terrific. You got a question for me?
I do. Actually, I have booked a session with you, and I cannot wait. I did that a few months ago, but I keep looking on your website to see if I can get a sooner date because I have so many questions for you. And nothing ever comes up. And so
it's luck of the draw. It's not on my website, Angelica. It's in your confirmation email.
Yeah. I know that.
Okay.
And I've gone there every day for the last month or two.
Oh, jeez.
And I know, and I'm like, I think I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know, but I think you're the only one that can see your rescheduled cancellations because I've never seen one. It always takes me back to my date at the end of June.
You just haven't hit it yet. You haven't hit it. I mean, you're supposed to be on the date you're on until another one comes available, but people reschedule every week, and they usually get taken up pretty fast. Yeah. So did you have a question that you wanted to ask other than just the calendar stuff? What's that?
Well, yeah, because I just wanted to get into you. My question is my mom. My mom is going to be 85 next month. She has been diagnosed about 8 years ago with dementia.
Oh.
And she looks great for her age. But she's really losing it mentally. 8 years ago, my dad passed. And they were very a no bueno couple. All they did was argue. And so all she likes to do is argue now. And so my mom won't listen to anyone. My sister took her to the doctor, and she won't take her memory test to see where she's at. She refused, and she said it was stupid. So I'm a paralegal, and I want to move forward because my family, my brother has stolen horribly from her. There's serious adult protection issues. And I, in fact, reported what was going on, and the state didn't do a thing. In fact, they asked her these questions in front of the perpetrators. So I'm really upset. and I want to help her. Her birthday's next month. What can I do? I was going to go visit her. But can we do anything to help her? Because she won't leave her home. She says the only way I'll leave my home if it burns down and I'll set it on fire.
Do you have power of attorney, Angelica, over your mom's estate?
My sister has power of attorney on her medical. My brother has power of attorney on her financial, but neither of them will do either of their duties.
Okay. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do. Just do what you can for your mom when you're around her, and try and get your brother and your sister to, to see the light. But it sounds to me like your hands are tied.
Well, my sister's asking me for help, and I'm doing it. But unfortunately, I think she's having memory problems too.
Oh, geez.
Which is like, dude, she's only in her 60s.
Ask your sister if she'll agree to you becoming medical power of attorney for your mom.
Okay.
Try and convince her to do that.
I've been wanting to put my mom into conservatorship by the state because my brother is stealing so badly from her, and only really the state can handle this thievery. We can't. He won't listen to us. Do you think that's a good idea, conservatorship by the state for my mom?
I don't. I'm getting a no on that right now.
Okay.
So I would consult with a lawyer. I would find out what it would take for you to try and get your sister to give you medical power of attorney in the short run, and then see what would be involved. There's some kind of a glitch with the conservator thing. So I think check with your attorney and see what they suggest on that. So good luck. Sounds like you got your hands full. Okay. Thanks for calling in. All righty. Take care. Bye. All right. Let's go to Carlene next. Hi, Carlene.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I'm calling
Where are you located?
In Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
First, I'd like to say congratulations and wish my best to Rachel. I've had a couple exchanges with her.
Thank you.
On the emails, and she's just so sweet, and I'd just like to wish her her best.
I'm going to have to hold you over for the break, Carlene. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back, and then we'll pick you up on the other side. Everybody stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, we were talking with Carlene in Phoenix. Carlene, you were talking about my niece-in-law. Is that a real word, or did I just invent it? When I'm thinking of her. Yeah, she's in labor.
With all of my emails, so I hope the best for her.
Thank you. Okay, I texted my brother during the break. I said, "You got any updates?" And he said, "No, not yet." So.
The fourth one. Wow.
I know. She's old school. She knows how to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. After 4.
I know it. So, okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, a little over a month ago, I slipped and I twisted my back just enough that I got a compressor fracture in my lower spine. This is like my second one in my lower spine. And I was told it would take about 3 months to heal. And I was just wondering if there's anything that you can do to help me heal a little bit faster.
Yeah. Let me get you on my radar.
Yes.
See what's going on. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading west to you in Phoenix. All right, got you. And, okay. Yeah, it's starting to heal. How long ago did you slip?
It's about a month and a half ago.
Okay, yeah, it's healing. So I'm adding stem cell energy into the fracture. It's going in with a needle and syringe. Have you ever seen one of those needles and syringes that they'll inject, like gel and stuff into the knees, or a cortisone shot? It's one of those big, one of those big needles. Right. It's going in. Stem cell energy will regenerate any body part we need. In this case, it's calcium in that bone to help it heal. I'm gonna run a scan on you while I have you on my radar just for osteo as well.
Okay.
Osteoporosis, osteopenia. I want to look at your femur, see what's going on. All right, you got osteopenia. Femur is the thigh bone, Carlene, and when I see osteopenia, it looks like a divot in the bone. When I see osteoporosis, it looks like sea coral with the holes in it. I can see actual holes in the bone. You've got osteopenia. Has anybody told you that?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So what we're doing is I'm just taking your skeleton out of your body. Think of what those plastic skeletons look like at Halloween. You know, you can get them in the dollar store. And I've taken it out the top of your head and I'm dipping it in a big vat of stem cell energy, which is, imagine a big vat of amber, light amber colored gel that has sparkles in it, and it reminds me of Dippity Doo. Are you old enough to remember Dippity Doo hair gel?
Unfortunately, I am.
Back in the day, yeah, the 60s and 70s. So I've dipped your spine in your whole skeletal system. I've put it back into your body. There's a vortex above your head spinning, one in front of you, on either side of you, and behind you. That's going to regenerate bone for you.
Great.
So are you on bioidentical hormones by any chance?
No.
You taking anything? Okay, look into them. Bioidentical hormones, they keep your brain healthy, your bones healthy, your heart healthy. And go to Dr. Northrup, Dr. Northrup, NORTHRUP.com. drnorthrup.com, and just look into osteopenia, osteoporosis, bioidentical hormones. She is the fairy godmother of women's health, and she's a global women's health expert, a board certified OBGYN, speaking of deliveries and labor. And she actually is going to be on my show on May 20th. Talking about her new book, her new revised copy of The Wisdom of Menopause. So you may want to tune in or call in on May 20th. So, which happens to be my birthday. So I tease her, tell her she's going to be my birthday present that night. So
wonderful.
Yeah, I would look into that. Look into the bioidenticals, Carlene, and that will help with the osteoporosis. And the hopefully keep you from going into osteoporosis.
Well, I have an appointment with you in August, so hopefully we can work on the rest of the
Yay! Yes, ma'am. We sure will. Okay, I hope you feel better. I hope you heal fast. You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's go to Deanna next. Hi, Deanna.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Terrific. Where are you?
I'm in New York.
Okay, great. Got a question for me?
So I just had endometriosis surgery, and the doctor had to remove a tube because it was too damaged, inflamed, and then the other tube he left in there, but he said that it's not in the best condition. So I wanted to know, will I have to do IVF eventually, or do you see me getting pregnant naturally?
I got IVF at this stage of the game, but let me get you on my radar. Let's do a healing and, let's see what we can do. Excuse me on that. Future events are fluid. There are a bunch of variables that come into affect an outcome. So let me get you on my radar, Deanna, and here comes my laser beam heading up to New York. All right, got you. So what I'm watching is that tube get cleared. Imagine a little teeny weeny little corkscrew that's tunneling through that tube to get it cleared. All right, I'm watching that. The little fingers that are at the end of the tube, that catch the egg when you ovulate, those I've put stem cell energy on. We're going to elongate them. They look a little short. How young are you?
32.
Okay. That's young. Oh, yeah. All right. So got that. You got plenty of eggs. Eggs, you're going to love this. Eggs look like blonde caviar inside the ovary to me. Is that hysterical? They look like blonde caviar. You got lots of them. Yeah. So
is
watching that.
getting naturally kind of out of the question, or?
Nope. Well, I got an IVF before we did the healing. Let's ask now. Will Deanna be able to get pregnant naturally? I'm getting a yes. Will she be able to get pregnant with IVF? I get a yes. I think you're going to have choices. So practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
Your husband's gonna be very happy.
Okay.
So, all right. Good luck. Hope you feel better. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, so stay with us and we'll be right back. And we're back, and our next caller's Dell. Hi, Dell.
Hi. Can you hear me?
How are ya? I can, yes.
Okay. Oh, great. I'm from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Honolulu, to be exact. And it's nice and sunny here.
I bet. It's supposed to be. I always think of rainbows in Hawaii. I see tons of rainbows every time I'm in Hawaii.
Too.
I know. A lot. Yes, ma'am. Your question.
My question is, I'm on a spiritual path, and I believe most of the things that you say. I believe in it. I mean, I'm 100% believer in that. I believe there's a soul, and I believe there's different bodies, and you work on the spiritual, and it eventually manifests in the physical. What I would love to have confirmation of, if it's appropriate, is the sense that my father transitioned about 3-4 years ago, and he had leg issues. So one of the questions I would like to ask is, when I'm beginning to have leg issues, so does that mean that it's his way of telling me he's around when that happens?
What kind of leg issues are you having, Dell? What do you mean by leg issues? Like pain or trouble walking or what?
Yeah, like every now and then I have I don't know what you call them, like needles every now and then. It doesn't happen all the time. It's discomfort, but it's there. It comes and it goes.
So you're having a neurological situation happening in your legs?
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So your dad is standing
to my dad.
Your dad is standing next to you. So let's ask him. What was his name, Dell?
Herbert.
Herbert. Okay. Herbert. Are
easier.
Dell's symptoms in her legs connected to you? He's saying from a hereditary standpoint. He says he's saying to deal with them now before they get out of control.
Okay.
So, is he, when you have them, I know you think of him, he's not making them happen, but when you think of him, he wants you to know, he wants you to get a handle on him so that you don't have the issues that he had. Do you want me to scan you really fast and see what I can do to help?
Yes, I would appreciate that. Appreciate that.
All right, here we go. Here comes my laser beam. Because he's saying to me, do a healing on her, do a healing on her. Okay.
I hear that too.
Yeah. So here comes my laser beam heading to you, really far west. All right, got you. Okay, so I'm shooting energy. So this is a vascular issue more so than a neurological issue. So this is a vascular issue. So what I'm doing is I'm in your femoral artery going down your legs. The energy went to your right leg first, Dell. Does your right leg bother you more than your left?
It comes and it goes both times. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It bothers both.
So imagine that femoral artery is a tube. Imagine a corkscrew, and I'm tunneling through that tube, and then I'm going to irrigate it. It went to the right leg first, so that must mean the right leg doesn't have as good a blood flow as the left, because the energy always goes where it's most needed first when I get somebody on my radar. So I'm doing that, irrigating it. It's really fun to irrigate legs because the irrigation fluid comes flying out the end of your toes, so it makes your foot look like a sprinkler. It's hilarious. So I'm doing that, and then I'm putting stem cell energy in there. There's a vortex spinning above your right knee. Okay, let's do the same thing on the left, tunneling through. Yeah, you got way more buildup on the right than the left. All right, irrigating, stem cell energy, and then there's a vortex spinning there too with that. Okay, let me just run your vascular system up your abdominal aorta. Doing that up into your heart, into your carotid. You got some gunk in your left carotid artery in your neck too. So doing that, getting that cleaned out, irrigated. Okay, right side of the neck a little bit. Okay, then going into your heart. Okay. All right. That gut biome test that I talked about, Dell, earlier.
The what? I'm sorry.
The gut biome test. It's a poop test. I would email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. I'll send you the link to do the gut biome test. You can do it at home. I would do that. Let's find out what your superfoods are. Let's find out what the foods are for you to avoid, and the foods, eat this a lot, eat this a little kind of a thing. Because plaque in the arteries and the vascular system in the heart come from inflammation. So there's something that's not right in your gut. That food is the best medicine. So email me. I'll send you a link. That would be where I would start. I believe you can reverse this. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's go to Janet next. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there as usual.
Terrific. Please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from Antioch, California.
All right. You got a quick question for me?
I certainly do. My main question is for you. I had an MRI done on March the 30th, and I was told by the doctor that did this that I've had a mini stroke, but I do not know when. So since you know a little bit about my past, did this come from one of my insulin shocks, or is this something more recent?
Was a stroke a result of her insulin being out of whack? Yes, it was. It was insulin related.
Okay, so since I'm a double organ transplant, I don't have to worry about that. But what can I now do to regenerate what I've lost in this mini stroke?
Okay, I'm in your brain, Janet. We're going to turn on the neural pathways. I'm removing scar tissue. Brain matter looks like thick cooked oatmeal. Scar tissue looks like chicken cartilage that you see inside of a chicken breast with the bones still in. I'm removing the scar tissue from the stroke. Scar tissue can occlude neural pathways. So imagine I'm taking a big scoop of this scar tissue out. It leaves a divot in the brain matter, putting stem cell energy in there. You've got a vortex spinning above it. It's going to regenerate brain matter. And all right, and then the neural pathways light back up. And neural pathways, Janet, look like laser beams that crisscross a room in a museum as part of a security system that is guarding the paintings and the artifacts and statuary and things. So hopefully that will help.
Could we also do my right carotid artery because I know that it's blocked?
Yes, I will roto-rooter that right now. Okay, and then cleared it out and put stem cell energy in there too. Yeah, so I hope that helps. I hope you feel better God bless you, girl. I know you've had some challenges. So thanks for calling in. I hope you feel better.
Thank you, Julie. Deeply appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Take care. You too. Bye-bye.
You are.
Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm okay.
Terrific.
This time, I'm calling from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And, this time, we're calling about our dog, Blackjack. His nickname is Peach. And he's a Vizsla, and he'll be 13 years old this month. And he's getting a little slower and a little stiffer. He is on special dog food because we were told he has allergies to corn, wheat, beef, and chicken. He's also on steroids. And he gets some bloody stools once in a while, and some digestive enzymes and probiotics help with that. But he's not really liking his dog food, and it's special stuff for him.
He says it tastes terrible. I already got him on my radar. He said it tastes terrible.
Oh, yeah.
He's what I'm getting is put some beef broth, mix it with beef broth, and it'll make it taste better. Yeah, it didn't work.
Try that. It still must taste yucky. We did exactly that.
Yeah, I'm getting beef broth. I get use stronger beef broth. Don't water it down as much. Yeah.
Okay.
Add beef broth to it. Is it in his best interest to continue with that particular brand of food? Yeah, you're just going to have to doctor it up so it tastes better.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Get creative.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Thanks for calling. Bye, Julie.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to Sylvia next. Sylvia, where are you? Here you are. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Julie.
I'm going to hold you over for the break, and I will pick you up on the other side. Everybody stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll be right back with Miss Sylvia to find out what her question is. Stay with us. We're back with Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Thanks for your patience and thanks for hanging with me on the break. Where are you located?
I'm calling from New York.
New York. Okay, terrific. You got a quick question for me?
Yes, very quick. I have a question regarding my mom, and she asked me to call you because last year you helped with the healing with a compression fracture, and you did that stem cell thing you just talked about, and and it healed. Doctors don't know why, and we know why, but I'm moving on. There's a point to this. So Mom is having some stomach issues now, and doctors did testing, and they found three things. They found a polyp, malignant, early. They're using words like fully curable. They want to do surgery. They found 2, ulcerative colitis, and then they found a cyst on her ovary. Now, the question is, they did some repeat testing today. The ulcerative colitis completely disappeared. The doctors saying in his 25 years when we did the colonoscopy today that it's like they looked for it like 3 times and it's completely gone. So Mom is like, call Julie. And if you could do a quick scan, please, or let us know if we have the right doctors or whatever's going on, because I'm grateful that it's gone, but it's just I'm just going with the flow, and I'm just trying to see what you see. If you can let me know.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to get you on my radar, connect to you, to your mom. I know I've scanned her before, so she's cool.
Yeah, her name's Maria.
So, so I've got her. All right, going in. So I'm running her colon right now. to see what's going on. Okay, I see the polyp. I'm just snipping it. It does look malignant, but I don't see it that it's spread. It just looks like a little growth. And malignant looks either brown or black to me. Hers looks brown. Polyps that are benign look pink. So what I've done is I've encapsulated it and then removed it and then taken it out. All right, I'm running the rest of her colon. Okay. It looks like a colon that's been used a lot over the years, of course. So I'm just going to fill it with stem cell energy. We'll give it a tune-up and going in there.
Yeah, what's going on with the ovary? Because that's a big question mark.
I'm on the left ovary. Is that the one where did they see a cyst on her left ovary? That's where the energy went.
No.
It's on her right ovary?
They said it's the right one. I don't know.
All right.
It keeps changing. It's great. I mean, it's changing in the right direction, so I don't know.
Yeah. I just, the energy's on her left ovary. I see a cyst in there. I'm removing it. It's benign. Really. The cyst on the ovary, I don't think it's going to be. Women have cysts on their ovaries all the time. Is it problematic?
I know,
no.
But,
I think they just saw it when they were doing the colon scans and stuff. And
yeah. And you don't see anything on the right one?
I get that there is one, but I'm not seeing it. So where is it? Let me see if it's inside. The right one looks kind of inflamed, actually. The right ovary does. So
because that's what they said.
It doesn't look malignant, but it looks inflamed. So, is it in her best interest to have surgery on the cyst on her ovary? No. How young is she, Sylvia?
She's 87.
Yeah. They
want to do surgery on the colon, the polyp one, also to take it out. Yeah. So, the question is, do we have a right? Should we? I'm going to get a second opinion. I already have it. So
I would do that. They should be able to remove that polyp just with a colonoscopy. I mean, they shouldn't have to do the whole open her up kind of thing, I would think.
Okay.
So, I would get
thank you.
I would get another opinion. And I think her colon is going to be just fine after it's full of stem cell energy.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And
give her my love.
So comforting.
Oh, please leave a review.
Thank you.
Please leave a review for me, Sylvia. And anybody that's read Angelica Tendons, please leave a review because it helps other people find the information. And usually when somebody's in need of it, they've just lost a loved one or they have a loved one who's dying. And that's how Amazon, brings up, if you put in a search word, that's how they bring up the books, is how many reviews you have. So I would really appreciate that, Sylvia, and anybody listening that's listened to Angelica Tendons. All right, give your mama my love. Take care.
I will. Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. Bye.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. You are my caboose. We've only got a couple of minutes. So real quickly, where are you located?
Lewis, Delaware, and I'll get right to the point.
Yes, ma'am.
I have scoliosis.
Okay.
And and I have a lot of pain in my back, and I was just wondering if there's any way to get any type of relief from it. And in between my shoulder blades, my shoulders, my neck, all the way down to my lower back. But anything you can do would be great.
Yep. I'm doing a healing on it right now. I do this healing all the time, Cheryl. I heat up the spine with a laser. There are 2 rods that are placed on either side of the spine, and they move towards the center. Imagine that the spine's heated so that it's pliable, like potter's clay, and these rods move to the center.
Right now.
Once it's in place, it's like it goes into a groove, like a sliding glass door would go into a groove. And once it goes in there, I can feel it go into place. And then the spine is heated again, like a potter firing their creation, to make it solid. They're going to fire the vase or whatever they're doing. And so that's in place. Those rods have just fallen off. All right, I'm shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. You're doing that. You're getting a chiropractic adjustment right now. You're a bit of a twisted sister, my girl. And so, all right, hopefully that will help. I do that healing all the time, usually several times a week with clients.
Oh, good.
So,
I do have an appointment with you, so we'll discuss all the other things I want to talk about. Yay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You bet. Thanks for your patience. All right, everybody, that's it for this week. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and I'll let you know about Rachel's baby. I know it's a boy, so I'll post a picture once she has him. And thanks so much. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Bye, everybody.
Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.